many season tickets? 100. That's it. Why do I even bother? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to another season of Welders Football, my 16th at the club, and unfortunately, this will be my final season with H&W Welders as I prepare for a new challenge on November 9th. We still have a very good squad, though. We do have a very good squad, and, well, I'm confident that we might be able to find some European success this season. But before we get underway with the football, do we have any questions? Yeah. Eamon Murphy, local reporter. Now, there appears to be a new face at the training ground. Observant as ever, Eamon. Love to see it. Yeah, we have signed a young defender from Slovakia, and somehow he's managed to get himself a work permit. So good luck to him. There are reports that Kamani has picked up an injury. Yeah, unfortunately, Kamani has picked up an injury. He's going to be missing a month or so of action, which is a bit of a blow. But we have DeLauro and the Wonder Kid, and Miss Kelly as well. So we should be okay. You have a Champions League qualifier against Dinamo Zagreb. Are you confident of getting through into the group stages in this, your final season? Yeah, I certainly hope so. It'd be a bit of a piss-off if we didn't, wouldn't it? Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to Season 16, Episode 1 here at H&W Welders on The Impossible Dream. It's going to have to be the final season. It is our bid to win the Champions League with our Northern Irish club, so it has to be this season if it's going to be at all. And, well, I think I just about set off for a Europa League. We were at semi-finals of that last year, so we'll see how we go. Now, the window is still open. We've still got about a week or so to go, and we have made another signing. It is Michel Hulak, I think, or Hulak, you would pronounce it. We signed him for, what did we sign him for? 600k, which isn't too bad. You can see he's been playing in the Slovakian top flight, I'm not quite Fortuna Liga, and he is a Slovakian international with 2 caps, and I think that's why he was able to get himself a work permit, because I did look at him last season. Or was it in the summer? It was in the winter, I mean, the January window, but to come in the summer. But he wasn't going to get a work permit. But he's got it now, so that's excellent. And yeah, I mean, he's not maybe so much one for this season, but certainly moving forward. And I will sim ahead at the end of the season to see how everything gets on. I think he could be quite useful. You can certainly got the potential there. So we'll see how he gets on this year and what we can do with him. But yeah, I think he's a good player anyway. So that is definitely something. Now, as you may have picked up from the intro, we are playing Dinamo Zagreb. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? In the Champions League, it was basically the playoff. They beat Rosenborg. I think it was 6-4 on aggregate. So there's a lot of goals, which bodes well at one end for us, maybe not so much at the other. So that is that. And the other thing I wanted to catch you up on was, well, you know what? Let's catch you up on what's happened. The Premier League season has started. So there's 2 games to catch you up on there. The first game was against Portadown. Now, Portadown are the 4th professional team in Northern Irish League, which is good for them. So let's see how they got on as their first game as a professional club as they came to Tillysburn. Ross McGurk opened the scoring. Benton Holder was on hand to score our second on his return to the club. And new boy Major crossed for Mladenov to make it 3-0 at half-time. McGurk got a second. And Ordonez our 5th, before Portadown got a consolation. So, very, very nice indeed. It's going to take him a little bit of time, obviously, to adapt to being a professional team. But we played well in this one, and the new boys look good. Alfonso down the left looked like he had a lot in his back pocket in terms of tricks. Major, we saw him get an assist there, which was good. And Holder on the return with a nice little tap in there. The one downside to this, now it didn't actually happen in this game, but Kamani, lower back stress fracture. He is out for 4 to 5 weeks, so he's going to miss the game against Zagreb. He should be back more or less for the group stages, and we do have options. He just happens to be quite good when he does play for us in that role. There's a deep line playmaker, so that's a bit of a blow. The other game to catch you up on, second game of the league season, was against Glentoran. Miss Kelly picked out Bittner to give us an early lead. Armstrong found Bittner's run to make it 2-0. Before Bittner completed a first half hat-trick. Moreau across for Sirach to get our fourth. And McDade finished the scoring with a touch of class. So a very nice performance from us this one. They did go down to 10 men early on. McDade only missed one penalty. I don't know why it's come up there twice, but he only missed it once. Which is good. If he'd missed it twice, he would have been having words. But he made up for it at the end with a nice finish. Bittner, his first game as a full-time welder, got himself a hat-trick, so that's good to see as well. And just generally speaking, happy days. So 2 games played, 10 goals scored so far in the Premiership. And Crusaders, Linfield, and Glenavon are the only other ones with perfect records. And Larne, 0 for 2. They've lost to Linfield, which is maybe fair enough, but also Glenavon. So not a great start for them. You can see we've got some cup ties as well. We've got Bainbridge Town, who are newly promoted into the Premiership. We've got them first up in the League Cup. And we have got Partick Thistle in the Caramel Wafer Cup. And we've got someone in the Antrim Shield as well, but I don't care about that. Who have we got? Lisbon Distillery. So maybe we'll have a couple of drinks before that one. Now, a quick look at what we're expected to do this season. Win the league, as we always are. Reach the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League. We're in the playoff automatically, so that's fine. Nothing else matters, to quote a song. And if we go and have a look at the pre-season preview here for the league, we are the favourites, as you would imagine. And you're not getting very good odds if you are backing us as well. And the Dream 11, well, it's back to being all welders, which is what you like to see. In terms of key players, Armstrong and Ordonez are top up there. The 2 Wilson brothers, Gareth and Adam. Then comes the Larne players, the Coleraine player. Johnny Walker. Did they poach him from us? No, different Johnny Walker. And I was going to say, I didn't think I got rid of him. Aaron Gornay, who I think we had at one point. Anybody else there we recognise? Neil Taylor was our goalkeeper. Or I think he was a backup goalkeeper for us. Akesian is up there as a key player. He'll be a professional now as well at Portadown. And that is, that's all the key players there. So, that is everything ready to go. Let's have a look at this first leg against Dinamo Zagreb. We are at home for the first leg. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team that we are sending out. It is Young in goal. It's Surgeon Ordonez, who you'll see here is still unhappy. Let's hope he plays well. McGurk and Kavanagh is going to be at right back for this one. De Lauro comes in to partner Tommy Smith. It's Thompson. Where'd I get Tommy Smith from? Adam Thompson in midfield. Mladenov, Armstrong, and Alfonso. A first look at him. He looked, it's different level of opposition, but he looked really, really promising against Portadown. Ventenholder goes up top. The return of the king. Let's see if he can get some goals in Europe for us. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. There are some good players in the Zagreb side, but they did lose a couple of wonder kids. I think Real Madrid, I think they both might have gone to Spain. So that definitely helps us a little bit. But this is a good team we put out. You can see the bench there. Hammerstrom, Octavio, Major, Jelfs, Scott, the wonder kid, and McCracken and Fitzpatrick. We've got options, good options on the bench. We're playing them back-to-back. Leave your mark here. Let's just go out there and enjoy ourselves. That's motivated Ordonez, which is good. I'm slightly concerned that he is unhappy. The other player who was unhappy for a while was Mladenov. Now, he was unhappy that we didn't improve the coaching squad, I think, more so than having a transfer blocked. He's now happy, so that is good. The other player that was unhappy for not being allowed to move was Kamani. Or was it De Lauro? It was one of them. They're still unhappy as well. I haven't got anything saying that they're coming around to staying. Maybe some Champions League group stage football would turn them around though. But again, we've got a disappointing crowd. And again, early on in the season here, we just want to try and get through this. I did in the Portadown game. I more or less played this team. I think the exception was Kavanagh that I played at right. I played Major instead of Kavanagh at right back, just to get him a debut. And there's not too much going on here, is there? Okay, well this is clearly not working, so let's get rid of the overlap. Let's raise this pace up and see if we can create something that way. Well, by pace, of course, I mean tempo. Demand more. Anything, guys? Okay, well, that was entertaining. I mean, what do you even say to that? Dig in? I guess. I mean, it's difficult to make a comment on a game that we literally saw nothing of. Now, they were expected to be a Catenaccio side, so that being the case, I wonder if we look to exploit the flanks and maybe hit some early crosses in. So we'll try that. The other thing we might try is Major at right back. He's going to have that little bit of extra pace that maybe Kavanagh doesn't have. Mladenov with a flick on. It's away. Kavanagh doesn't quite get to that, but he should pick it up. And here we go. McGurk gets it forward. Mladenov down for Armstrong. Armstrong with a side at goal, but straight into the goalkeeper's hands. And that'll end that highlight. Well, at least we're getting some highlights this time. Surgeon with a throw there for Armstrong. De Lauro has it. Back to Surgeon. Cross in. Holder's there. It's both at the top. It's Mladenov that picks it up behind Holder. And it is 1-0 on the night. Mladenov's second of the season. And that will hopefully be the goal that will get us going. But they haven't offered anything yet as an attacking force. They'll either have to go for it, or maybe they'll be happy, 1-0 going back to their place. It's difficult to know, I suppose, isn't it? Is there anything we want to do here? I might try Major for Kavanagh. I almost started Major anyway, so he's just got that little bit of extra pace that might cause problems. He's got into some space there. Mladenov, is he going to use him? Mladenov gets it in. Holder! Oh, Venton Holder straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Their goalkeeper, actually, I think, is a wonder kid. I was tempted to sign him, but I didn't necessarily see the point that, given that we have Young, who's a good goalkeeper, who's better than, in theory, attribute-wise, than their goalkeeper, and then we have Hemmerstrom, who's sort of our wonder kid, and looked like a toe poke from Mladenov, and nothing there. Now, Armstrong is coming back from injury, so let's bring Fitzpatrick on for him. Fitzpatrick likes to play as an attacking midfielder, so we'll make that change. We don't want to risk Armstrong too early on in the season here. I mean, we're creating a lot of chances. I would love a second goal. What I wouldn't like is an equaliser. There's a flick on. McGurk is there. Ordonez back to McGurk. Back to Young. And if we can just build and go here, guys, that'd be fine. You always get a little bit nervous, don't you? Playing around at the back here. Ordonez to Surgeon. De Lauro to Fitzpatrick. Alfonso. We haven't seen really anything of him, have we? Tomo with a knockdown there for Mladenov. It's blocked. Holder! Oh! The goalkeeper's made a very, very good save there. Tomo with the corner. Back post. It's headed away. Alfonso, yeah, he's only playing a 6-6. We do have McCracken. I wonder if we look to make that change. Alfonso gets back wonderfully well there. Wins possession back, and he picks it up. He's got a little bit of space to run into now. Is this his moment? He's got players in front of him. He slides it through there for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick checks back. It's, well, we've kept possession there. That's fine. Major. Tomo. It's there for Venton Holder. Oh, Venton. Can we give it a focus? Not yet. Tomo with the corner. It's not a great one. Alfonso, I think he did just about enough in the end there. Let's give it a focus. Tomo over a free kick now. Ball in. Decent. McGurk is there. And Russ McGurk, he just keeps scoring in Europe. And it is 2-0. Oh, in the 90th minute, we've got that goal. And that is hopefully... Well, that gives us some breathing space, doesn't it, when we get to Croatia for the second leg. Excellent, excellent header from McGurk. We expect nothing less. And Alfonso did his very best to get caught offside there and cap off essentially a horrible evening for himself. But there we go, 30 shots on goal. We might need to look to work it into the box in the second leg perhaps. But that's not too bad, is it? We've played quite well there. We've kept a clean sheet. We've got goals on the board. And I'd say we're looking good heading to Croatia. So Villain celebrates birthday, August 22nd. I celebrate my birthday in style. Very, very nice indeed. A goal from McGurk. I mean, everything about McGurk was quite impressive there, wasn't it? Tackles, passing, just generally had a good game. Guys, wait right there. We'll be back for the second leg. I don't think there's anything between now and then. Is there? No cup games or anything? Is there? No, there's nothing. I can see how pre-season went there as well. It was not too bad. Yeah, so we'll be back and, well, it'll be more or less the same team, I think. So we'll go again and hopefully get ourselves into the group stage. Okay, welcome back. Now, before we get to the second leg, we have got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that Ordonez, our centre-back, is now happy to stay at the club. That is excellent news because he's a very good defender and he's first choice this season. The bad news involves Sirok, who was, well, he's tried to hand in a transfer request. I've rejected it. We actually had the chairman accept a bid for him as well. We've gone scrambling to try and find another left-sided player should we need to find one. Is he going to be more trouble than he's worth? He's very, very good physically. He's already settled in at the club. I'm not completely sure what we do with him. So, yeah. I don't know what to do with Sirok. And to be honest, could we get someone better? Perhaps. But is it better the devil we know kind of thing? And he's 3 stars. We know roughly what we're going to get this season out of him. So I'm thinking about that one. But yeah, we might have some problems with Sirok. But let's have a look and see what we're doing here in this second leg. We're expecting the same sort of thing from them. And this is the team that we're sending out, more or less the same. Young in goal, Surgeon, Ordonez, McGurk. We're going to give Major the start we're going to give him the start this time. Delauro and Tomo in midfield. It's Mladenov, Armstrong, and Sirok. I was going to give him a game anyway because we didn't see too much out of Alfonso in that first one. Holder's going to go up top. The other option to play left side wing is McCracken. So if Sirok is going to have a little bit of a sulk, we won't waste any time making the change. All right, so we can see the team sheet for the second leg. I don't see too many different names there, but there might be one or two. We've got, as I said, more or less with the same team. We want more of the same. No, complacency cannot be an issue here, please, boys. We'll pump our fists. Tomo's looking demotivated. He's turned around very, very nicely indeed, actually. And let's see if we can get ourselves into a group stage. Now, there will be a group stage draw at the end of this game. Whether it's Europa League or Champions League will obviously depend on the next 90 minutes. And they come out a little bit different to what we were expecting from them. Armstrong, ball there for Delauro. Cross in, back post, and it's Mladenov. He is good in the air. And that's the away goal. That should guarantee us we are in the Champions League next season. They'll need 4 goals now, and we haven't seen anything from them in, what have we played, 95 minutes now, that suggests they're going to get a shot on goal, never mind 4 in the back of the net. But we'll live in fear of that happening now, but we should be fine. We'll we'll wait for this highlight before we give. They've made a change in goal, haven't they? Tomo, can he win this back for us? No, Ordonez, a happy Ordonez is a good Ordonez, and that is a terrible shot towards goal. We'll give him some praise. I feel like I have a sneeze coming on, so we'll see what happens with that. That's something to look forward to. If you see a random edit point soon, it's just me sneezing. Don't panic. Here we go with Armstrong coming forward. Still trying to find match fitness. He was injured in pre-season and missed most of it. Fenton hold up to Sirok. Oh, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful football. Armstrong gets the goal, his first of the season. But we picked them apart straight through the heart of their defence. And we are going to be going back into the Champions League for one final time. Hold up, Sirok, Armstrong. That is, well, Pep Guardiola will be proud of that, wouldn't he? Excellent, excellent stuff. More praise. We might look to give some guys off the bench a game here. Jimmy Scott, the Wonder Kid, would be a nice one to see, wouldn't it? Armstrong, ball in. It's Mladenov, and it's straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Is that the highlight? Doesn't look like it is, does it? Ball forward. Not a great kick. McGurk nods it down there to Armstrong. Armstrong, can he thread one in for... we'd like to see Holder get himself off the mark here if we could, wouldn't we? Mladenov goes back to Armstrong. Armstrong, it's... oh, heavy tackle. Are we going to get done on the break here? McGurk. McGurk, can he win it back? He's massively out of position now if he can't, and he's been beaten on the outside. We're in a little bit of trouble. Major's done well to drop in and cover for him. And... oh, we got away with that a little bit. Very promising, though, to see that Major dropped in like that. That's really, really good to see. It shows, even though he's new at the club, that we're fairly organised, which is, well, when you're trying not to concede 5, it's good to see you're fairly organised. Here we go with Surgeon, who's won it back for us. He gets a ball forward, looking for Venton Holder. Venton Holder gets his first Champions League goal of the season. It's his second since the return. It's 3-0 on the night, and we didn't see much of them as an attacking force at Windsor Park, and we've seen even less. And we haven't seen them as a defensive force here either. Nice run from Venton Holder, and let's hope that gives him the confidence to go into the group stage and start banging them in again. Of course, he almost won the Golden Boot, didn't he? 2 seasons ago now when he was here. Sirrock, it's there for Armstrong. Can Armstrong get himself a second? Ordonez. De Lauro, Tomo, back for Ordonez. I mean, it's patient. Give us that. McGurk playing right wing to Mladenov. Back to McGurk. To Thompson. Thompson for Mladenov. Was he onside? He was. Back to De Lauro. Surgeon. Sirrock. De Lauro. Sirrock again. This is nice. Armstrong. He plays it through for Sirrock. Dominic Sirrock. Side netting. And a little bit disappointing, actually, in the end. So I think we just keep praising them. We'll make the changes at halftime. We'll give Jimmy Scott a game. We might give Regan Jolfs a game at left back. And then we'll probably keep a sub up our sleeve in case of injury. So very pleased, but we don't want to tell them that. No complacency, please, boys. We need to go into this screen to do it, don't we? So, Scott for De Lauro. I think that's the role we want him in. Jelfs, for Surgeon. And we can get back out there. Give them some more praise. And see what the new guys can do. We have had some bids coming in for Octavio as well. I think we got up to close to 10 million, or maybe even over 10 million for him. But the problem with that, of course, is that... well, I just don't want to sell him. I don't want to sell him. He's a good defender. Was he brilliant last season? I don't think he's in our I don't think he's first choice. I think McGurk and Ordonez are first choice now. But if something was to happen to one of them, we'd certainly want Octavio coming off the bench for us into the starting 11. So, yeah, certainly don't want to sell him. Jolfs, who's picked himself up a booking already. And, well, it's not been great for a second half, has it? Can Jolfs win it back and stay on the pitch? Ordonez goes across. Ordonez, it is McGurk. What a challenge from McGurk. And can we get them on the break now? Holden and Mladenov holding hands. And it's tackled away for a throw. The Wonder Kid is not having a great game, only a 6.7. It might even be a debut for him, so I don't want to be too harsh. He was injured in pre-season as well, which obviously hasn't helped him. Major gets forward. Can he get a cross in? Mladenov's with him. He goes back to Mladenov. It's tackled away, but Major picks it up again. Whips the cross in. Back post. Sirrock leaping, but can't quite get there. Jelfs. For Major. Mladenov. Back to Major. Roll it in. He does. It's Armstrong. It's blocked away. And here come Zagreb on the counter. Major, look at that pace getting back. McGurk is there. Can McGurk... oh, McGurk. He's a man mountain. What a performance this has been from him. And pops up with the goals at the other end as well. He's a Ballon d'Or winner. He should be the best defender in Europe, surely. Maybe a bit of a stretch. Sirrock gets it back there for Young. What's he going to do? Ordonez for Jolfs. Jolfs early for Holder. Can Venton get himself a second? Venton Holder, he is not got his goal scoring boots on this episode, has he? Let's give it a focus. Armstrong is looking tired. He's let's try and give him 90 minutes here. What we might do is Sirrock will take him off for McCracken and just see if the game livens up with McCracken out there, which might give us an idea if we want to sell Sirrock or not. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on what we do with him. He wasn't terrible there, was he? And like I say, I think he is useful. Yeah, that was good, guys. Good job. So professional, I would say 5-0 on aggregate. It was a debut for Scott, so well done to him. And well, guys, wait right there. We will end the episode with a Champions League group stage draw. Okay, so here we go. We are seated in the third pot again, which always, it's the thing that hinders us, isn't it? So we have a look at the first pot here. PSG, Barcelona, Man United, and Real Sociedad, who of course won the Europa League last year. As a Champions League opposition, though, I don't know that we would hate getting... They were quite good, though, so maybe we don't want them. Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Inter, and Benfica. Obviously, Benfica of those is the one we would want, and possibly Inter as well. So let's actually, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just get these teams out, and then we can go and have a look at the second pot. So there we go. So, second pot. It's always, this is the killer, isn't it? Always. City, Liverpool, Hertha Berlin, who have won the Champions League in recent memory in this series. Real Madrid, Monaco, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, and Dortmund. Yeah, I mean, there's no... You'd say maybe Hertha. They're probably still riding the coefficient off of winning it. So maybe they're not quite as good as things would say there, but they're in a group with Paris, so that's no good to us, is it? So, if we have a look here at who we could get. Benfica, Real Madrid. We've played Real Madrid before. We got a draw off them at home. Inter and Atletico Madrid. There's no real... So we've got to look at who, if we're going to get top two, where do we see that happening? And you'd have to say Benfica would still be the one. I mean, we don't have to top the group. It'd be nice to top the group, but we don't have to top the group. So I think Group C is the one that we want. We take Group D. Arsenal, who are a good side, they went all the way to the final last year, I believe. Oh, they won it. Arsenal won it last year. We had them in our group last season. But AS Monaco may not be too bad. So anyway, the teams in this pot with us are RB Leipzig, Celtic, Sporting, Napoli, Lyon, Copenhagen, and I can't spit that out. Partizan. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Anyway, let's go. Group C, please. Come on, game. Bayern Munich and Manchester friggin' City. Look at that. Who have Real Madrid slept with? Benfica and Partizan. Oh, well, if we're going to get Champions League glory, we're going to have to knock out either Bayern Munich or Manchester City. Unbelievable. All right, the fourth pot, it is Besiktas, Nice, Galatasaray. Can we get them? We got Anton Holder would love to get his hands on Galatasaray again, wouldn't he? Red Bull Salzburg, Basel, Club Brugge, Ajax, and Ross County. Go on, Ross County. Well, we'd love Ross County, wouldn't we? You've got to say, we're out this, so we've got first team out. I don't think there's anyone there we should be fearing, to be honest. So we'll just get on with it. And it is Nice. Probably the one we would rather not have got. Being a French team in the Champions League. You'd almost say, if that's not a group of death... And look at Real Madrid's group. It's certainly a group of life. That Real Madrid group. Unbelievable. I can't believe... Why can't we get groups like that? Oh, alright, so there it is. That's the group. Are we going to be able to good enough to get out of it? I mean, Nice is maybe not the best, is it? Is that the toughest group? It's got to be up there, doesn't it? Anyway, that'll be for next episode. We will come back for Bayern Munich and... Well, it's a little bit too big of a gap, so we'll have to come back for Bayern Munich and Lahn in the league. I think that's what we'll have to do, and then we'll try and just get through towards the end of the season as quickly as possible here. So, I mean, the big games are going to be the middle two, aren't they? We're going to have to take 6 points off Nice and try and get something off the other ones. We're going to be at home to Bayern Munich first up. So, we really need at least a point, don't we? Anyway, guys, I'll see you for that one. We're in the Champions League for one last time. Let's see if we can get out of it. Take care.